Cephalosporins are derived from the fungus Acremonium, formerly known as Cephalosporium, first isolated from a sewage outfall in Sardinia, Italy, by Giuseppe Brozzu in 1945. Brozzu noticed that water from a sewage outlet inhibited the growth of Salmonella typhi, the bacterium causing typhoid fever. Next, the structure. Cephalosporins have a beta-lactam ring fused to a dihydrothiazine ring, forming a structure called 7-aminocephalosporanic acid, 7-ACA. This is different from penicillins, which have a 5-membered thiazolidine ring. Cephalosporins have a 6-membered ring. Different generations have varied side chains, R groups, which influence spectrum and pharmacokinetics. The properties of cephalosporins include broad-spectrum antibiotics. It is active against gram-positive, 1st gen, and increasingly gram-negative bacteria, 3rd, 5th gen. Second, it is bactericidal. It kills bacteria rather than inhibiting growth. Next, newer generations are more resistant/stable to beta-lactamase enzymes. Lastly, cephalosporins are divided into 5 generations, each improving in spectrum or resistance traits. Moving on to the mode of action. Cephalosporins act by inhibiting bacterial cell wall synthesis. They bind to penicillin-binding proteins, PBPs, in bacteria. This blocks peptidoglycan cross-linking, weakening the cell wall. Thus, the bacterial cell undergoes lysis due to osmotic pressure. Ball-Sprois. Next we'll talk about resistance. Bacterial resistance to cephalosporins can occur via beta-lactamase production, enzymes that break the beta-lactam ring. Extended-spectrum beta-lactamases, ESBLs, especially in gram-negative bacteria. Altered PBPs that lower the binding affinity. Efflux pumps or reduce permeability, especially in gram-negatives like Pseudomonas. For example, the methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus is susceptible to cephalosporins, as it develops resistance by changing the structure of the penicillin-binding proteins. S. aureus does this by having a gene that encodes a modified penicillin-binding protein. This prevents the cephalosporins beta-lactam rings from inactivating the protein. Only the 5th generation of cephalosporins, such as ceftaroline and ceftobiprole, has coverage against MRSA. Lastly, the cost of cephalosporins. Cost varies by generation, route, and brand. First-generation cephalosporins are generally the least expensive, while later generations like 4th and 5th may be significantly more costly due to their broader spectrum of activity and ability to target resistant bacteria. Factors affecting cost are manufacturing, synthetic complexity, route, oral cheaper than IV formulations, patent status, generics cheaper, and country and healthcare system. Thank you for watching.